Hello everyone, Blade Bananas here. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to showcase a trainer named YasserAleed, famously known for being the best player in the world in Golbat League. He's a really talented battler. Obviously, we're going to showcase his legend push in the very early days of Remix Cup. This trainer is also a streamer on Twitch. He also has a YouTube channel if you guys want to check him out. I will link his Twitch and YouTube down in the comments below, so make sure you guys give him a follow or sub to check out his channel. And without further ado, let's get into some of the battles. He's rolling with the Cast Form and a Mana Buzz Dragouge core. So Cast Form and Mana Buzz is just a really solid core, because Mana Buzz can handle the grass types that beats Rainy Cast Form, and then Cast Form can usually handle the steel types that might be able to beat a Mana Buzz. Right, so it's a very solid core. In my opinion, it's probably the best core in Remix Cup. It's just really solid and safe. So here, Yasser is playing against a Wobbuffet. In the lead, he tried to catch a Mirror Coat, I assume, but wasn't able to. And then they threw a return before swapping into the Alola. So here we're going to go for Air Slash. Well, Air Slash is a fast move. We're going to go straight Foul Play between these two extremely bulky and tanky Pokemon. This matchup is such a pain to watch, even from a third perspective. Alright, so they have to throw this Hydro Pump to take us out, and that means they don't have too much energy, and Yasser is going to come with Dragouge and is able to safely farm all the way down before the opponent gets to another Psychic. I really like this play, because we could really leverage the energy that we got here with Dragouge. We still have to find a way to take out this Wobbuffet. It's extremely tanky. And Outrage only did like 25%. It's that Pokemon is pretty dumb. Just absolutely tanking everything here. They get to a move here. It's probably a Mirror Coat, which we don't have to shield. It's a return, that's also fine. The return is like a Weather Ball from that return damage was like a resisted Weather Ball basically, but we're gonna go for Weather Ball here, finally taking out this Wobbuffet. That definitely took a while, and then it turned out they had a Mana Buzz in the back, so the opponent is just running with 3 extremely bulky Pokemon. I wonder if this is a timeout strategy. If this is a timeout strategy, they should have really shielded, and I think they could have maybe attempted that strategy, but at this point it's pretty much game over. Even shields, and we had energy remaining, and we still have 2 Pokemon. And I think Yasser should be able to comfortably take this win here. You can just go straight Aqua Tail here, because if opponent doesn't shield Aqua Tail, then you can just fast move down all the way. So I imagine Yasser is just going to go for straight Aqua Tail, being the best player in the world that he is. He actually goes for the extra Dragon Tail, which is a really good play as well, instead of throwing the energy. And then we go for the Aqua Tail here, of course. And let's see if opponent decides to shield. I feel like the only win con for opponent is to shield an Outrage right there, which means that didn't happen. So I don't think there's any way opponent can win here. We could probably, yeah, we can just force opponent to throw some energy here and then just water gun all the way down with this Rainy Cast Form. Wow, that is a really long first game, but Yasser was able to take the win. And next set, as you guys can see, it was really close to Legend right here. I think this is pretty early on, and this meta is still very much the same in terms of using this core. I think this core is still really solid currently. Even a week after Remix came out, I think this Cast Form and Mana Buzz core is just really solid. So this should be a pretty decent matchup, depending on if you can call the bait or the Skull Bash. So Yasser shielded up the Skull Bash correctly. That means this Cast Form should be able to win the 1 shields pretty convincingly. because we do still survive a Skull Bash. If we do survive a Skull Bash, then... But if they landed the first Skull Bash, they're just going to go for double Surfs, right? So that was just a Surf, and that's totally fine. They have a Machamp in the back. We're coming with Dragouge. So if this was Ultra League, we don't have to shield anything, but this is Great League. Rock Slide will do a ton of damage. But opponent baits with Cross Chop. Okay. I don't really agree with the bait from the opponent. I think going for Rock Slide was probably the right play, because you only get to that move. You only get to one move before Dragouge has the Aqua Tail, right? So, but maybe opponent did that intentionally. Well, if they threw Rock Slide, then this Frost Slash would have also had a much easier time farming down, instead of having to tank this Aqua Tail or end up shielding this Aqua Tail. Okay, this should be pretty much game over. This should be a wrap. We have quite a bit of energy on the Cast Form as well, so maybe we could have came in with the Aqua Tail, or with the Cast Form even. But Yasser wanted to tank the move on Mandibuzz because it's tankier. I like this play. Because we don't really need Mandibuzz at this point, we could just let the Cast Form finish off this game. They still have a Lapras with really low HP. We can safely shield this. They could come in with Lapras, but it probably will get Water Gun down right here, and then Frostlass also gets Water Gun down. Very well played by Yasser. Taking 2 wins here in the set, and he just need to go 2-1 in the next 3 games in order to hit Legend. Let's see. So Whiscash, this is also a pretty good lead, because you just have much more efficient moves compared to the Whiscash. Because Mud Bomb is not a great move in terms of damage per energy, while Weather Blow is a great move. So we should be able to win this in the zeros, and we should be able to win this in the 1 shields, I believe. Because we should be able to get to the double Weather Blow right here before they get to 3 Mud Bombs. You should get there unless they sneak a Mud Bomb in your first Weather Ball. So we get to the second Weather Ball. They did sneak a Mud Shot for the second Weather Ball. That means they should get to another Mud Bomb here. So it looks like we almost lost the 0 shields. But Yasser made a really good swap to snipe down the opponent Whiscash there before he was able to throw a move. Really well played, very good recognition, knowing that opponent will probably try to do a couple more Mud Shots before throwing the energy. Alright, so against Golbat, I think maybe we should just go for straight Aqua Tails, but if All Rage lands, it's definitely more energy efficient, and we're able to do that. Very well played, very good call by Yasser. Going for Outrage. Personally, I think it would probably be safer to go Aqua Tails in case they shield, and they had 2 shields, right? But I guess it doesn't really matter because we still have a Mandibuzz in the back that can just handle this team pretty much at this point. There's a point to be made to shield there because we could grab the shield, but it really doesn't matter at this point. And now he's just flexing on the opponent, catching this Weather Ball. Still preserving the Cast Form, so Yasser is telling opponent, you could build up to all the energy you want. We still have a Cast Form in the back waiting to win this game for us. Very well played by Yasser. So now he's 3-0. He just needs to win a single game from here in order to hit Legend, right? Sirfetched, obviously not great because they outpace you to the Leaf Blade, and the Leaf Blade does a lot of damage. But we come in with Dragouge. We get to the move on the CMP tie. Opponent didn't swap out, so we get a shield back, which is really good. Opponent comes in with Registeel, which is not a bad situation because Mandibuzz with Air Slash is pretty weak to Registeel. So by baiting out this Registeel right here, that means we could take it out with our Raining Cast Form. And our Mandibuzz might have a lot of play in the back later on. Let's see. Can we get to this Aqua Tail to chip it down? Yasser's trying to save this Aqua Tail. I like this play a lot. Saving a move is a really good strategy, especially with Sonic Cast Form or Dragouge. Now that wins a lot of CMP in the Great League meta, right? So here we're gonna go for this Weather Ball, and Registeel is really low. Opponent comes back in with Sirfetched, but Yasser had a lot of energy buildup. Because he was the switch timer was desynced, Yasser was able to come in and get a lot of energy, and is able to get this Weather Ball right here. If opponent shields, this is looking really good, but opponent does not shield, so it all depends on what they have in the back. And opponent has an Excadrill. Oh, okay, that is really rough, because I believe 2 Rock Slides will take out this Mandibuzz, unfortunately. So Yasser has to. I don't think Yasser can even win this by making a sack swap onto the low health Dragouge. Ooh, I think we should have definitely stayed in here to get to the foul play. I think the only win condition for Yasser at that point was to get the last shield and then swap to snipe it with the Aqua Tail. But opponent comes in with Registeel, but they had a move stored in the back. Opponent is making a great play here as well, coming in with Registeel. And then opponent knows they're going to win CMP here with the Excadrill. So very unfortunate game for Yasser. It was really close at the end. They still had a lot of energy on the Registeel, so it was pretty tough game overall. Still a very interesting game, exciting game. All right, next up, this is the deciding game, basically the match point for Yasser. Let's see if we can hit Legend. So Castform versus Empoleon. You guys know I've been on the other side a lot of times, and I like to swap out immediately if I'm the Empoleon, because this is a pretty terrible matchup for Empoleon. Let's see if Yasser baits right here. Yasser goes for a bait of Aqua Tail. Depending on opponent's backline, they might or they might not shield. Okay, so they decided to shield. Oh, really nice catch by Yasser. But unfortunately, Mandibuzz is not a counter to Empoleon. So opponent might stay in here. I like that opponent is staying here. But unfortunately, Mandibuzz did get a move through. That means opponent was forced to swap out when Yasser got to the foul play into their Mandibuzz. But their Mandibuzz has Snarl. So Yasser has the upper hand here with the Mandibuzz mirror match. It's actually not that favorable in for Air Slash Mandibuzz, even though the fast moves are doing much more damage, but opponent is able to get to the aerial much faster, right? Let's see how this matchup goes. I can't believe how tanky the Remix Cup meta is. I feel like there's a lot of really tanky Pokemon in general running around. Yasser is taking advantage of the switch timer desync with the opponent. So he was able to swap here into this Dragouge, getting an energy head start, and the opponent comes in with Nidoqueen. This is pretty much game over. Nidoqueen is terrible against Dragouge. So it all came down to the third matchup here. And this is a poison thing, so I don't think Yasser will even shield this. And I imagine he's just going to Dragon Tail all the way down right here. And then he's going to come out with the Aqua Tail, and he's 3 Dragon Tails to the next one. Opponent comes with Empoleon. They were 1 away from their next move because they had 4 Waterfalls built up. So we CMP'd right here against their Drill Peck. But opponent is kind of forced to shield here because they need the health on their Pokemon. I guess they don't need to shield. They still have a Mandibuzz. But again, Yasser takes advantage of the switch timer. Opponent is locked in here. Opponent couldn't get out of here, and now with 3 Pokemon remaining, with pretty decent health, Yasser should pretty comfortably take this game. No wonder he's the best player in the world. Just look at these plays. Absolutely sensational gameplay right here by YasserAleed. Proving once again why he's the best player in this entire world. Let's go for this Aero Ace on this Mandibuzz, and this should wrap up this game. Very well played by YasserAleed. Let's see, and that should give Yasser Legend. He's currently 4-1, and we'll see. Moment of truth, and he was able to hit 30 and 10 and hit Legend. So yeah, congratulations, Yasser. Very, very well played. And there's more gameplay. I think this team was just so good that he decided to play more sets with it, and he was able to do really well, I think. Let's see. So against a Golbat, this should be an okay matchup for Dragouge, but Yasser opts to swap out immediately after their Poison Fang, and the opponent is looking to throw another Poison Fang here. That's really interesting to debuff this Dragouge, and then they're going to swap into Mana Buzz. They probably wanted to maintain a swap advantage. That's the only reason why I can think of for them to throw. But Yasser is playing kind of an ABB line here, so he's aggressively swapping a lot, which I really like, to preserve the Rainy Cast Form. So opponent shielded a bait, which is pretty interesting, and now Yasser lands the big Outrage. For me personally, I don't think you should ever shield a Mana Buzz, but maybe sometimes you could, depending on the situation. Alright, so here Yasser takes advantage of the switch timer yet again, comes in with the Cast Form and throws his Weather Ball just before opponent gets to a move. Really, really good counting. And this way, all that energy that they build up went to waste, and we still have residual energy on this Cast Form. And now we're throwing before they get to the cross chop, because obviously we're going to lose CMP tied to a Machamp. And by building up, it confuses opponent with the energy, and opponent did. So they lost track of the energy, and Yasser was able to get to the Weather Ball. And this Cast Form almost just swept the entire team from here. We're coming with Dragouge. Opponent blind throws a move right here. So obviously we let this go, and then we have a Mana Buzz in the back. And there's pretty much nothing the opponent can do right here. They could land 2 Brave Birds. I don't even know if they learn Brave Birds, but they need 4 Poison Fangs in order to win this game right here. So Yasser goes for another foul play to take out this Golbat, and then one more Air Slash should take out this Shadow Machamp. Very well played. I really like Yasser's usage of Switch Timer in these games. I think this team could really benefit with the Switch Timer usage, because you have 3 Pokemon with very low cost charge moves. So you could really take advantage of sniping people around. So yeah, I think that's really well played. So opponent has a Lapras here. Yasser opts to go for a bait yet again. Let's see if opponent shields. Opponent shields. Okay, so maybe baiting is the play, because apparently people like to shield on their Lapras. And Yasser correctly shields a Skullbash. Very nice shield. And now Yasser goes for the Thunder before opponent gets to the Surf. This Lapras does have a Surf build up. There's a little bit of lag. They're going to get to the Skullbash right here with 7 Ice Shards for the second Skullbash, but it does not KO. Yasser still decides to shield because he wants to preserve the Cast Form, and he's probably looking to aggressively swap at one point, I imagine, because he might want to might try to bait out something in the back, but we'll see. Goes for Weather Ball, gets another shield, and there's the swap, which we anticipate. I like the swap a lot, and we see a Nidoqueen coming out, and this should be a pretty good matchup at this point. And gets a move through here. That is, I don't know how much it really mattered, but this is just rubbing salt on the wounds. We're definitely going to get to another foul play here. And Yasser definitely lives this Poison Fang, gets to the foul play, and then looking to build up a little bit more. And then we're going to throw here, and the opponent has not too many health on... Well, they still have a lot of health, but we still have 3 Pokemon remaining, and has a ton of energy. Yasser goes for a catch. That is really ballsy, and it's an Aerial Ace. That is incredible, but does not commit to the Thunder. Well, I think Yasser was probably thinking, you know, this game is over anyways. We might as well just try to waste as much time as possible at this point. Um, oh, and opponent had 2 moves, but I think maybe we should have committed. It doesn't really matter at this point. We still have a full health Dragouge, and they need to throw 3 foul plays at this point. Yep, they need 3 foul plays in order to take out this Dragouge. Well, because they have Air Slash, I guess they only need 2, but they do need the Air Slash damage in order to win. And yeah, Dragouge was able to finish off the end game. Very well played by YasserAleed. Next up, we have Rainy Castform versus Machamp. This is a very interesting matchup. Does he swap? He has 2 counters in the back, technically. But maybe we try to catch a move. I imagine that's what Yasser tries to do. Does not catch the cross chop though. We end up shielding here. It's probably a Rock Slide. It is a Rock Slide. It does about 60% or something like that from Shadow Machamp. That was a regular Machamp, so I imagine it would do a little bit less. But yeah, it does not KO because Mandibuzz is just an absolute tank. So opponent comes in with a Kanto Ninetales, which is not a counter to Mandibuzz, but opponent is probably looking to sack this Kanto Ninetales because it doesn't have any play against Yasser's Rainy Castform. So I don't imagine opponent going to shield here. Opponent shields. Okay, I think that's I don't really agree with that play, but they didn't throw energy, so they didn't want the energy to go to waste. But looking at Yasser's 2 Pokemon here, that energy is probably gonna go to waste. And opponent has to throw 2 Weather Balls here, so basically opponent is energy dry here on this Kanto Ninetales. And then Yasser can just come in with Dragouge. Opponent swaps into Machamp. That's totally fine. We can safely shield a Rock Slide because Rock Slide will still do a lot of damage right here. Or we decide not to shield. That's fine as well. I guess he's anticipating something that counters Dragouge in the back. Because that's the only way to explain that they swapped into Machamp, right? It's not they had a Sableye in the back, which is totally fine. We're going to get to another Aqua Tail right here, and then we have a Weather Ball stored in the back, so we can go for a combo play. Yasser is going to go for Aqua Tail and then swap into Rainy Castform to go for the Weather Ball right here. Very nice play. But opponent is still very dangerously close to a foul play in 1 more Shadow Claw. And I don't think it takes out this Castform. Oh wait, Yasser still has a shield. Okay, it doesn't matter then. I think it barely doesn't take out, but they can Shadow Claw down, and then they come in with Kanto Ninetales. That shield in the end matchup was actually pretty huge. So yeah, very well played by Yasser. Very intense and exciting battle. Next up, we have Castform versus Obstagoon. That's an interesting matchup. It's pretty much neutral against the entirety of our team. I think Dragouge beats Obstagoon pretty convincingly, but Mandibuzz barely beats Obstagoon with Air Slash, and I'm not too sure about the Rainy Castform matchup. So opponent opts to staying here versus the Mandibuzz, which makes sense because it's really not a bad matchup. And if they have poison type Pokemon in the back, they don't really have a direct answer to Mandibuzz. So we do see the poison type Pokemon here, Golbat coming in, and they're looking to CMP tie right here with the Yasser, but Yasser this Pokemon is just so tanky. Mandibuzz it gets to 2 foul plays and probably forces a shield right here, and then opponent looks to farm down, but again, Yasser makes really good usage of the switch timer, coming in with Dragouge. Opponent is locked in here, so he could just basically Dragon Tail all the way down. Shields a Poison Fang bait, that's completely okay, because he's still at even shields, but now he has so much energy on this Dragouge. I really love these plays by Yasser. Opponent has a Hypno. Okay, we should really look into throw some of our energy. Oh god, opponent gotta move through. That means basically this Dragouge has a lot of energy that went to waste. That's why maybe we should have gone for the Outrage. But opponent shielded anyways, so it didn't end up mattering that much. We're coming with this Mana Buzz, forcing this Hypno to throw some kind of energy. And then we still have our Rainy Cast Form able to get to 2 Weather Balls pretty easily right here. Throwing in the middle of the confusion so that the opponent couldn't really catch, which I really like. I like the play a lot. We have to shield this Thunder Punch, and the opponent will probably swap out into their Obstagoon after throwing this move. And opponent swaps out to go for a combo play. This game will be really, really close. I wonder if Yasser could pull this off. Oh god, opponent got to... that's really unfortunate. Opponent got to a boost. So the fast move pressure is really building up. And then we threw a Weather Ball to take out that... oh my god, Yasser got to the second Weather Ball. Just by the skin of his teeth. That's insane. That was 1 turn. He got there 1 turn before the confusion damage registered and was able to throw before the damage registered. So really well played by Yasser. End up turning a bad situation to a winning game. Alright, next up against Obstagoon. Again, he goes for the same play of swapping into Mana Buzz right here. Tanks catches a nice slash this time, which is really good. Opponent swaps into Cresselia. That is not a counter to Mana Buzz. The Cresselia still needs to throw 2 Moonblasts, and because Yasser has very good IVs on this Mana Buzz, he might even live 2, I think. Let's see. But Cresselia is definitely not a counter to Mana Buzz. Okay, he does not live 2. I was completely wrong. Disregard that. Does he? Yasser decides to shield the second move anyways, a Moonblast, so we wouldn't know if it KOs right there, but he gets to the foul play, which will do a lot of damage. And now does he make use of the switch timer yet again? I imagine that he's going to try to catch a move at some point. Okay, this Moonblast will almost certainly KO, but I think Yasser is looking to win swap advantage here because Dragalge is definitely a decent matchup against this Obstagoon right here. Obstagoon should be able to still get to 2 nice slashes, which will chip down this Dragalge, but Dragalge has a pretty decent bulk as well. And I imagine Yasser is just going to try to Dragon Tail all the way down right here. 4 or 5 Dragon Tails should take out this Obstagoon, or 3. It looks like 3 Dragon Tails is enough. But yeah, opponent gets to 2 nice slashes, which does chunk quite a bit. So Dragalge is pretty low here. So opponent might have a Needle Queen in the back or some kind of poison. They usually like to pair up poison with Obstagoon. A Jellicent. Okay, that is not great for the opponent. Yasser gets to the Outrage. Opponent didn't go for a catch. And this should pretty much almost take out the opponent right there. And then opponents catches the foul play on this Cresselia. And this is looking really good for Yasser because now he could just let this Mana Buzz go down to this Moonblast, and then most likely just water down all the way down this Cresselia, and then has a move stored in the back for the Jelly. The Shadow Ball will not take out this Rainy Cast Form. Rainy Cast Form has a pretty decent bulk to it as well. So Yasser builds up to this Thunder, goes for the unnecessarily bigger hitting move to take out the Jellicent. Very well played by YasserAleed. And I believe that's the end of his second set. Did he get a 5-0? I don't remember seeing a single loss in the second set. Let's see. That looks like a 5-0. And then he's going to climb quite a bit. That is a 5-0. Yeah, congrats Yasser on getting the 5-0. And he gets the shiny Pikachu. This is the Libre set apparently as well. And he gets the shiny Pikachu. Congratulations on Yasser, to Yasser for getting a very nice elo. Sorry, let me get to that part. There we go, 3064. And this was pretty early in Remix Cup, I believe. So congratulations, Yasser, on hitting Legend. And thank you so much for sending the battles. Guys, definitely check out his Twitch streams. He's a very entertaining streamer. He also has a YouTube channel that he doesn't really upload too much, but he's a very active streamer, so definitely check him out. And he's the best player in the world. Self-proclaimed, though. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in my next video.